So I'm going to be talking about IFAKs today. There's plenty of people on YouTube that are actual medical professionals that I highly suggest you learn from. I'm not going to be talking about how to use this stuff or anything. I'm strictly going to be talking about IFAKs and the pouches and my philosophy and use with this stuff. I've done a number of trainings to show that I'm proficient in this stuff, but just like my firearms and everything, like you train for this stuff, but I've never used them. I've came close to using stuff in here. This is more of like a first aid kit, if you will, but I'll talk about that when we get to it. An IFAK is an individual first aid kit. In like military circles, it's designed for you to wear, and if you go down, somebody grabs that and works on you with that stuff. However, in like on the range and in like today's society, it's kind of the exact opposite. I wear this on my belt, and I have one on my plate carrier. I have one in my vehicle for me to use on somebody else. Now, if I'm wearing this stuff and somehow I go down, certainly somebody can go up and grab that stuff and work on me. A lot of people don't carry this stuff, and that's kind of why I'm making the video. So this is an LBT IFAK pouch, kind of a dated design at this point, but it works, right? Sits in the small of your back. At least that's where it's like designed to go. You could really like put it anywhere. It's got molding on the back and everything. The majority of people carry it in the smaller back. So, and then I have a tourniquet right here. I've talked about tourniquets in the past, I think in the plate carrier video and stuff like that. Long story short, you should kind of protect the tourniquets. They are degradable item. If you have that thing in the sun or getting dust on it or salt water or something like that, that thing's gonna degrade. They do have like a service life, so you want to protect them the best you could. Don't keep it in the plastic, keep it prepped, but you know, they make pouches to protect it. IFAK, you just pull this fancy little thing, and then this comes out. This does not come with the LBT IFAK pouch. I don't know who makes this, but this is another IFAK pouch because, in my opinion, you don't really want this stuff to be just falling out. This sits like this, so it's gravity is going to assist you when you open this stuff, and it's all going to fall out. So having it contained in another pouch or like a bag of some sort, like a plastic bag or something like that, would help. But you open this thing, and then here are your contents of the IFAK. So, like I said, I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to go over this stuff and like what you should have in here, but you can do that on your own because, again, I'm not an expert. This stores just about everything that you need IFAK-wise, minus one or two things. You don't want this thing to be too big that you can't open it, or too small that it's like not effective, but this is like your standard IFAK. Another very popular one nowadays is the Faro Concepts Roll 1. I think this is the best IFAK on the market, just because you can wear it anywhere. You can put it on a belt, similar to where the LBT sits, just because it's Velcro mounted. It's going to be above or below. Or, of course, you can put it on the back of a plate carrier. You can put it on the front. You could put it on the side if you have Velcro, like most plate carriers attached, similar to this radio pouch. You could just put it in a pocket, something like that. I don't know. But I think this is probably the best IFAK on the market. You pull either side. It's got these handles. And then this is the IFAK itself. And this is cool, similar to the thing I just showed you that I don't know who it's made by. The contents of this, it's kind of like in a tray, if you will. So you can work off this and not yard sale your stuff everywhere. Similar IFAK, it has pockets for chest seals in the back. I think I mentioned that, or I didn't mention that in the first one, but it's got everything you need right here. Those are the two IFAKs that I use. Again, having two in today's age, it's so easy. Yes, they're in the same spot technically. Nothing really you could do about that. Well, there is, but it works for me. But if I'm wearing just the plate carrier, which I tend to do nowadays, I have an IFAK. or if I'm using just the belt, I have an IFAK and tourniquets for both of them. That's my philosophy of use for those two. Now, changing gears to like the everyday carry stuff, if you will. In my truck, I have two of these. These are made by LBX, not to be confused with LBT, but they're a Velcro pouch. They're meant for who knows what. But I've made these little first aid kits, and since they have Velcro on the back, I've taken one wrap, and this is the hard Velcro, so I've taken the soft Velcro, wrapped it once around my headrest, similar to this, and stuck this on the back of the headrest. And it's been there for like a year and a half. It's not going anywhere. I do get a little bit of peeling every now and then, but the thing's not falling off. And it's easy to grab. It's easy to identify. If I don't grab this, I can say, hey, go to that black F-150, open the rear door, grab the red pouch on the seat. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not like I have a bunch of red pouches in there. But in here, it's a little different, so I will open this up. With car accidents can be, well, this isn't just used for car accidents, but they can be catastrophic. They can have insane injuries, right? Like the IFAKs that I just showed you are really like trauma related, right? Accidents can be, there can be some trauma in there, or it can just be some cuts and bruises and such. Very wide array of injuries when it comes to car accidents. So in here, I do keep a tourniquet, try to keep these things protected the best you can. Should I have it like out kind of like this number? Maybe, but having everything just located in one place for somebody or for myself to grab is the goal for this type of IFAK. Gloves, just because you don't want to get blood on your hand, or there could be like oil or something, just to protect yourself. Trauma shears. So like I said, I have two of these. There's only one pair of trauma shears, and I keep it in this one just because this is behind my seat, so I can grab it easily. That's why. Some gauze. Again, more trauma stuff, and then a whole bunch of like gauze pads and a big ass gauze pad and some tape. Again, for more of like the boo-boo stuff, not really the trauma. And then this thing, this is made by North American Rescue. They make a bunch of these. I think they make some for like more TCCC wise. This one is like basic first aid, and I think CPR is in here too. So that's something that I just keep in the back for, not really for me, but it is a good reference. You can, with like a paint pen or something like that, you can write on the back of this. There is a Sharpie in here, so you can use that. So this is just something, a quick reference for somebody else, or I can toss this to somebody with this or something like that. You're way more likely to use this stuff than a firearm, that's for sure. Last thing I keep in my vehicle is this. This is like one of those plastic ammo boxes that you can get on Amazon. Again, red. And there's a whole bunch of medical, like first aid stuff in this. So chem lights, Sharpie, just in a bundle. This thing's pretty important. I want to put it in one of those IFAKs I just showed you, but couldn't really find the room, so I just keep it in this. This is more first aid anything, but this is a CPR mask. So instead of going lip to lip with a guy or with a patient that you're giving CPR to, this is a mask that goes over their mouth, which I think is better for everybody. If you're giving somebody CPR, I don't think you're really going to be worried about that. However, some people have diseases and such, might make it easier. And it's for adults and infants. And then some more trauma shears. And then this is just one of those like Walmart first aid kits. So they're all labeled in these individual bags, which is nice. So this is like disinfectant wipes. And so these are like disinfectant wipes, and there's like sting stuff for bees and poison ivy wipes and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. A whole bunch of ointments, some tablets that use my ears far. In my center console, I keep like Advil and stuff like that, but there's some aspirin, some non-aspirin tablets, stuff like that. some more gloves, another wrap. This is another first aid card. An emergency blanket. This is something that I should have had twice, and I didn't have it with me. And it was an emergency situation. Both guys were not hypothermic, but they could have been. I didn't know at the time. And I could have used this. So now I have these, and this is like the only piece of medical equipment that I'll give you advice on. But I have these in both of my IFAKs. I have them in my truck, in my center console. Like, these things I have everywhere. It took me two times to learn that lesson. Again, this is a first aid kit with some other things in here also. But this is just something good to have that you don't necessarily need like right now, quick, fast, and in a hurry, but it's something good to have. So that's my philosophy behind IFAKs and first aid kits. Like I said, you're more likely to use this stuff than anything else, especially if you drive your vehicle every day. You're more likely to roll up to an accident than be in a self-defense shooting. So you should be prepared for both, but having this stuff is shockingly important, and you'd be surprised how many people drive on the highway or, you know, in these multi-ton vehicles going 90 miles an hour. Those two things hit each other, it's going to be chaotic and there's going to be injuries. The only thing that's separating you from a car doing the same speed or more going the opposite way is 2 lines of paint, or maybe 1 line of paint. Get some training when it comes to medical stuff. I've noticed that a lot of companies that offer shooting courses offer TCCC training. Stuff's super important. But that's my philosophy behind IFAKs and first aid kits. I hope you enjoyed.